We are live just in time. If you guys just tuned in, welcome to the JDF IG live show. We are live every day at 7 p.m. Central Time, so welcome. JDF Live IG show. Today, as you guys know, we already have winners for the Jason Font and Catherine. We have winners that are already picked for the Green Ranger pictures. We have winners picked for the White Ranger pictures. The way this works is that we pick winners, 3 winners throughout the broadcast. All you guys have to do is comment below. And this is the one that we're going to be giving out today. I say we, me, the Jason, David, and Frank. This is the one we're going to be giving out today. Me. It's from the Superpower Beatdown. This was signed autographs, so we're going to give these away. So all you have to do is comment, and then we're going to randomly screen shoot. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you got to say, I'm awesome, although it would be nice, but you don't have to. We're going to do giveaways. Tonight's guest, we had Leo on the show. We've had Chris Casamassa on the show. Man, it was just an amazing days that we've had. Mike Rowe we've had on the show. Rowe, why do I say Mike Rowe? Rome? Maybe I should get Mike Rowe from Ninjak too. Mike Rome on the show. Last night we were sharing comics, toys, and today we have Jimmy J. He is the owner of the Amazing Comic Con in Hawaii, also the owner of Amazing Comic Con in Las Vegas. So we're going to talk a little bit about Comic Cons today. Let me fix this camera. Let me see if Jimmy's in the live. Oh, hold on one second. Let me see if Jimmy's in the live. All right. Oh, that's sharing it. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, we're going to chat a little bit about stuff. So we'll talk about coming. Let's see if we can get Jimmy on the line. Amazing Comic Con. Amazing Comic Con. Here we are. Let's add. Here comes Jimmy. What's up?
How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Well, hey, you know what? It's I'm completely stoked to be on here with you this evening. I mean, I think it's super cool. I saw your lineup this week of all your buddies that are showing up live. I mean, I know the other night you had Chris Casamassa from your Red Dragon days, Mortal Kombat, and you had a great lineup this week. And you know, when you told me that you know that you had a time slot for me to go and hang Tyler, and things like that. I mean, of course, I was going to jump in and do this. So,
dude, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think just the fans here in general, I want to bring you in because you're not only my friend, but you run an amazing show. And I don't know if you tell today, but I did wear this for your color of your logo. It is I was going through my closet and said, I'm gonna match the Amazing Comic Con logo. So it's true. I really did. No lie. So I wear the shirt to match it. And,
well, and then okay, now I got to tell you, man. I know that on Facebook Live, it's like man, you are always like the most dapper dude around. That is like I thought, oh man, I'm gonna get my hair cut, I'm gonna get the beard trim, everything like that. But with all the craziness out there, it's oh man, I see Leaping Lizard cosplay out here. She was out in Hawaii with us a few weeks ago. So so I do see actually. People that actually I know jumping on the stream, so I think that's cool too.
Yeah, that is cool.
All dapper, but it's like, you know what? Then I figured there's no way I could ever match JDF in terms of, you know, the suaveness, anything like that. So I'm gonna go as is, blue collar style. Well, you know, just for my day. So
well, I'm glad I changed, Jimmy, because we almost matched today.
Well,
almost match day, which was good, but then I was like, you know, around we got so much craziness going on. I had the black shirt on, just I think that's black. Is it black or blue?
Black.
Black shirt, and I was like, I know Jimmy's coming on, and let me pick out a color, so I picked this one out. So, but I appreciate it.
Well, I do appreciate it. Oh man, I see Super Luigi on here. He's one of the best cosplayers out here. But again, I mean, these are people that come on out to the Comic Cons throughout the country. Actually, I'm sure throughout the world, just to see, you know, folks like you come on out and spend your weekend with them. And, you know, I mean, the one thing that I want to say is that you are so incredibly generous that you give yourself over to the fans. And I mean, that's a great killer quality that you have. And I do appreciate it. And I know a lot of the fans appreciate it
Yeah,
as
no
well.
problem. Well, I appreciate it. I think you mentioned cosplay. I do want to ask that couple questions, but your shows, I know it sounds is amazing, and I say that all the time, which is just fits the name of the show. But I was thinking, oh man, me and Jimmy are just gonna talk about whatever. But there was questions I wanted to ask, because people out there, not just in business, but what's the I'll ask you, what's the secret of business? Is it just passionate that you are, like what I'm doing? Because I don't ask other people how they run such a great business. I guess that's what I was asking you. What's the ingredients for you? Everyone's different.
Oh, you know what is for me? Okay, I mean, just for the folks out there, is that I put on conventions. Just my background. I mean, I've been a nerd all my life. I've been a fan all my life, digging pop culture. I used to go to San Diego Comic-Con when I was just a little dude, man, back in 1986. My mom walked me up to the door, gave me $20, and this is 1986, and she goes, make sure this $20 bill lasts as long as you can. And so I've been trying to keep that excitement that I had as a young dude, going to Comic-Cons and checking things out. I've been trying to keep that same excitement level going all my life. And, just every day I think that's what I have, a quality that I have very much in common with you. And I think this is where I can respond and where I can relate is that, is that passion. I dig pop culture. I dig the fans. I dig the idea of everybody coming together and showing what they love and just being around each other and just being so supportive. And I mean that's what drives me. That's it's a family business that I have in business with my brother, and it's just we love it. And I don't think that if you didn't love it and you couldn't put yourself out there, then you know what? There's enough other jobs in this world that you can be doing.
That is true, man. That is true. Passion is definitely, I could see it. I mean, I do a lot of conventions, and I'm sure a lot of my friends are watching, other promoters. I just happen to be really good friends with you, and I think you run a good show. And we talk, I think, more outside of the Comic-Con. I do with a lot of people. We talk more outside, just about life, business. Sometimes you're always encouraging me. You're always, and one thing I do say that you are very interactive on social media, which I love about that. I love that you can see a convention that's interactive. For example, cosplayers. Cosplayers are an important thing to Comic-Con. I mean, they, even if it's not professional, people that dress up make the Comic-Con special. And so you pay attention to that.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Put it this way. I mean, I think going to these events throughout the entire globe. I mean, and you are everywhere. You're everywhere. But I think what's going on these events throughout the globe is that you are looking for a in real life interaction. And I think, when again I talked about these old days where I would go to Comic-Con, I'd be digging through bins and looking through comics and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't think that's what a Comic-Con is about anymore. Those aspects are still there, but I think those are all just keepsakes of this experience that you have. Now, back to the cosplayers, they add to that experience. Whether you're taking pictures with them and you're posting it on social media, whether you're sharing it with your friends, things like that, it's I think that gives so much of an extra level, an extra flavor. And whether you're an admirer, whether you're somebody that wants to go out and wear it out yourself, or whether you're just a fan. And I think that is I think that is just, it helps the environment. And it definitely spreads the spirit. Okay, like you have holidays and like Christmas time, and you see you go down Madison Avenue and everything is Christmas out, everything deck the halls and all that kind of good stuff. Well, I think at Comic-Cons the cosplayers give that flavor.
Yeah, that is true, man. That is very true. I think we're talking before. I heard someone mention it. I'm not too sure, but you were talking about, and I know you were, but then I heard it again about people wearing T-shirts with certain brands. And we were talking in Hawaii, which was a great show. I loved everyone. Hello, Aloha, everyone in Hawaii, Las Vegas, amazing. And but anyway, we're talking about that, the t-shirts. Sometimes you can kind of see what's still there, or maybe what's new, or what has longevity. And
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, like, put it this way, man. You know, you have Comic-Con, you have your local Comic-Con that is on your calendar. I mean, whether it's going out to the amazing Comic-Cons in Las Vegas, in Hawaii, anybody else. Oh my gosh, we have Amy Jo Johnson actually is in the room.
She is in the room?
Yeah.
I talked to Amy and said she needs to come live. Amy, what's up?
Needs to come live with you, I think, for sure.
I did ask her, so I'm sure she'll text back. Everyone's got everyone at home right now watching stuff. So.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. But I think with the t-shirts, that is, you have your Comic-Con that is circled on your calendar, man, and you're planning those dates. And of course, you want to represent the flavor that you love absolutely the most. So, yeah. I mean, you have your favorite, you have your favorite brand that you're repping. Yeah. And when at the Comic-Con Aloha in Hawaii, granted, we saw, we had My Hero Academia guests there. So, I mean, of course, you're going to see people wearing, their favorite anime shirts and their Spider-Man t-shirts, your Batman t-shirts. But man, what I couldn't get over is the amount of people repping Ranger gear in Ranger gear of all ages. I mean, I'm talking about they're wearing their Green Ranger shirts, man. Maybe they're wearing their Red Ranger shirts. Their wives and girlfriends are wearing their pink shirts. I mean, it's whatever their favorite color is, whoever their favorite Ranger was for over the years. But it's like you got all ages doing it. So I mean, you had the dad, the mom, and they're pushing a stroller with their babies, and everybody's geared up. But I do think that people like to rep their favorite gear, their favorite brands. And I'm going to use another analogy. I used the holiday analogy before, but it's like going to a sporting event. You'll see people wearing, their Cowboy jerseys, their Patriots jersey, their Laker gear. I know you're in H-Town right now, so I'm not going to be banging on those trash cans like you Astro fans out there. That's coming from being Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think that there is there's a crossover. People like wearing their, repping their brands and repping, their favorite loves. And so, of course, you're going to see that at Comic-Con. Wear your favorite T-shirt, wear your favorite fandom. Wear it loud and proud.
Yeah, or dress up. I think one of the things that I've obviously just promoted one show, but I always love to encourage the people to cosplay, because it's not just cosplay, but dress up. Because like you said, you go to a sporting event, you go to the parking, all you see blocks away is that sporting event T-shirt or something like that. And that's what I love to see. You go to, for example, in Hawaii, way on the other side of Hawaii, see someone with your badge, or see someone that has a T-shirt or your T-shirt, a Power Ranger T-shirt. Most likely they're going to your show. That's the change.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, that's whether they have like their souvenir lanyards or whatever. And I think those are always cool. Those are always cool keepsakes. And also, when you rep those brands, you know that those people that you see in line at 7-Eleven with you, or, in line at Starbucks with you, that they dig the same things that you do. And I think that more and more people out there, it's, you're looking for areas to relate in this crazy world. You're looking for things, to relate what we have in common, and what we have in common is pop culture. And I think that's the beauty of Comic-Cons. It brings all ages, all types of people, everybody together in one place, with a collective high five.
I agree, man.
I know that you do it with your Instagram page, and we're doing it with our Instagram Live right now. So
which is great that you take the time and allow that, man. Like right now, just during what's going on, I'm just trying to, I think, maybe give the world consistency, not just for you, but for me. Like I know 7 o'clock, I got things going on for me. It's been that challenge for the next 2 weeks, which we have a great lineup, is to give me some kind of consistency, give me structure, especially what's going on now. I'm not doing this just because we're not traveling, but we are. I mean, everyone's at home. I think now's the time where people are going to start doing the Instagram, maybe sharing their life a little bit, but good stuff and positive things. So I just want to know something. When I think you said 86, maybe I was wrong on the San Diego.
Yeah, 86. Yeah, it was 86.
and your mom gave you $20. I know it goes a long way, but what was your first go-to brand? And Power Rangers wasn't around, so you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh, no, absolutely. You know what? My first go-to brand is, I remember going through and seeing bins of comics, and so I looked in and I got a Wolverine. I remember the issue, in hand. What I had, it was a Wolverine miniseries, like number 4, and I had a DC Legends, which was a miniseries number 6, because those completed my like my to-do list. But I mean, that $20, man, I got to tell you, it took me all day to spend it, man.
I know nowadays. God.
Well, but then also, okay, at the same time, yeah, $20 is a lot of money. I mean, granted, and I'm sure there's going to be people on here that are like, okay, boomer.
Dude, no, I mean that.
But,
I paid 60 cents a cover for a comic book back then.
Oh, absolutely. So, but I mean, it's just the amount of looking at everything, checking everything out, making sure, man, this is what you want to spend your money on. I met comic creators. That was the first time that I actually saw people who actually names were in the comic books, and that was a huge thrill for me to see them draw pictures on the spot. I mean, talking about balloon animals or magic tricks, but to me, it was something more magical than that. I mean, these are the comics that I absolutely loved, and then to see the actual artist sitting there drawing those pictures. Yeah. And it's like, that's not something, that was like this funky performance art that's on a whole nother level. And so that's what really got me roped into kind of the magic of Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's, nowadays it's so much larger than that, expanding into the celebration of pop culture. Yeah. So you're getting, I mean, like back then it wasn't a matter of, having TV stars or movie stars or something. You go to a convention and you check out the panels, and you actually get to see whether it's the comic creators, whether it's the movie stars, whether it's the TV stars, whether it's people playing video games, whatever, actually talk about their craft. And again, I do think it's more of a show. It's more of an experience. Definitely. And those aspects are still there, man. Yep. Me being a looky-loo and digging through those boxes, I love it.
I do too.
I'm a retailer by nature, but it's like, the show part, man, you can't discount that, man. You sit down there and you get to spend 45 minutes with somebody like you on stage. Yep. That's something that can't be replaced.
It is crazy. I know every video I do, Jimmy, almost everybody had like Mike and Leo and Chris. It almost sounds, for me, it sounds very stagey, and like it's such an easy sell. Like I say, hustle what you're passionate about, and we just hustle what we love. And at the same time, people can hustle in the world, but we're actually hustling something that's really good that we believe in. And every time I do something, it sounds so good. It sounds like an info commercial. Like, hey, Jimmy, come and let's plug this and let's plug that. But I think the key is, after almost every episode I've done, is everybody I have on here is so passionate and excited about what they do that it just happens to sound like I'm sold. So, for Comic-Cons, for me, I'm sold on your events, because I have to tell everyone, your name represents me. I represent you. If they have a bad experience with me, they're going to throw your name. If they have a bad experience with you, my name's going to get thrown.
Oh, dude, I hope nobody has a bad experience.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Everybody there. That's why every time I ask you the recipe, or, what's it? And I got a lot of good, successful friends. I mean, Saban, when we did Power Rangers, Haim Saban was the master behind. He was the CEO. So he would come to that. He was very involved.
On it? Oh my gosh, flipped out.
Yeah, he was very much involved. I mean, you couldn't do something on his show without him saying, no, Jimmy, that's not the way it's going to be. Fox movie, but when the CEO steps away, the companies do suffer, because they're losing the leadership of someone on top being passionate about what they do. And I see you doing regular things that you're such a great guy. Like, I'm giving water here, I'm doing this. You're on hands with everything. You're not, and that's how I am with my company. I'm not too good not to do something. You know what I mean?
You can be. I think that you do have to be hands-on. And then I'm just my experience. And by the way, my name is Jimmy J. So, I mean, if you see me, if you follow me, please follow me. Okay. Cause I'm I'm shilling that hard.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that when you are hosting an event, you're in charge of an event, is that the bottom line, the buck stops with us. So I look at these Comic-Con events as a mix between a a backdoor keg party, a fun wedding slash like family event slash concert slash everything under the sun. And I'm putting my name on it. I want to be your host. I want to make sure your event, that the event is. I mean, if I went on over to your house, okay, and I'm not advocating that you have a house party, your house right now, Jason, but that if I was over at your house, you are going to be there greeting me, and if throughout the course of the night, you're going to be like, Jimmy, are you going to need can I get you a water? Can I get you something to eat? Can I get you something to drink? Those are common niceties. To that same extent, when you come on out to an amazing Comic-Con, I want to be the person that, how could I help you out? Where can I help you find where an event is going to go on? And that's for the fan coming through the door. For our guests, for our headliners, it's like, what can I do to make your enjoyable, more profitable, whatever it is, more.
Yeah.
Because that's what we all want out of life, is more. And that's my job, is to give you more.
Yeah, well, I think it's great, and to think about that and that analogy of being a host, that's how I feel. So when I see you, I mean, I do feel like in the back, you're always there. Paul, everyone is so, and I never really thought of it like that, but see, my dojo is my pagoda, which is house. And you're supposed to feel comfortable in your house. So when I do have people, they respect the rules and follow it, but it's like your pagoda. Your Comic-Con is like, if people think the dojo, for me, the dojo begins where you bow on the mat. It doesn't. The dojo begins even outside when you come to my premise, and through that door where the dojo begins. I think sometimes when I used to come to a dojo, wait and bow at the floor, my instructor every day, show respect to the dojo. Not saying people need to do that, but in my business, show respect to the dojo, bow at the door. And when I did, I realized that it was in a whole. It wasn't just the 45-minute Q&A. It wasn't, I'm going to go see a comic or have an artist draw. It's like the whole experience. And you really do. I'm just telling you this. I don't need nothing from you. You're my friend. I'm just giving respect and props where I see as a person and a businessman that you're very on top of your stuff, and you do make everyone feel at home. And you got to be super busy, but at the same time, you take time. I never feel rushed with you. And sometimes that's a great thing.
Well, you know what, and I think that's in every walk of life. Just like how you're talking about all of your other guests on here, and that's a great analogy to bring in the dojo, because that is background. That was your passion. Is the martial arts that you bring. That you grew up with, and that you built your life around. But I mean, ultimately, everything is about community. Community a stronger place, and making your community a welcome place for everybody involved.
Yeah.
So if you care about that community and you want to see that fostered, of course, you're going to do everything that you can throughout the year to foster that that environment. Yeah. And whether it means going through and connecting with people on social media throughout the year, whether that it doesn't. These conventions, these live events, these are not turnkey events. They don't happen just 3 days out of the year, 2 days out of the year. It's something that we can bring that Comic-Con spirit, that of what we love. If we can bring that sense of community and broaden that sense of community as wide as we can, I mean, that's what we want to do throughout the year. Yeah. And I mean, that's how we live, and that is that's just our underlining philosophy. Yeah. So I think that's something that we do have in common, Jason, and everybody could have this in common. And these are all goals to have. Is if there's something that you love, foster that community. Yeah. And you have built a great, you've been a very welcoming spirit and welcoming person that you have let people in your lives, and that's something I really admire about you. And that's something, again, you're not there at these events just 2 days or 3 days on the convention floor. You're in those fans' lives throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, and that's a responsibility that you put on your shoulders. That's a responsibility we put on our shoulders. But it's like, if we didn't love it, if we didn't care about it, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, you do. And I think the consistency of your hosting or your Comic-Cons, it's always consistent, because you have one place that's could be like Hawaii, and then you have a completely different vibe in Vegas, but it all remains consistent. And that's what's amazing. Even though you might be in Hawaii, have a different mindset, or you're in Vegas with a different mindset, when you walk through that door, you can tell it's consistent, the same. So one show is not better than your other show. I just want to let you know. And wish you had, I know wish there'd be more of us, but, you know, it'd be amazing to see, you know, more cons, or, you know, to have that. I'd like to do something with you one day. And I'm not just saying that. I'd like to really do, you know, a promotion with you. If it's one of your shows, a Power Morphicon Express or something, I think you can really run a good show. But it's not about finances and running a show. It's about, I guess, being a people's person too. And you have like all of that, which is great. And if you're just tuning in, this is Jimmy J from Amazing Comic Con. He runs a show in Hawaii and Vegas. Any more plans to do any more shows?
You know what? At one point, we were promoting five events throughout in various cities, and that was a whole huge endeavor. Yeah. And I was a little bit thinner, definitely younger, had a lot more hair. So definitely, as you know, as I started a family and they got older, everything takes more time. Yeah. Takes more energy. Right now, we're focused on these two events. But you know, sign me up, Jason. Any event that you do, I would come out. I would love to even just volunteer. Put it that way. It's definitely not about the money with us. It is definitely about the events. And there's a lot that I've learned, you know, just about fostering that fandom, you know, from you. And I think there's a lot that we do have in common. But man, any event, work with you, because it's like, man, those Ranger fans are great. Okay, and we've had a number of Rangers. I mean, from all out at our shows. So actually, before we started working with you, we had, again, other Rangers out. What I do think, I mean, that's a fandom that I personally love. My family loves it. But what I think is so cool is the passion that the Ranger fans have. Yeah. Beyond that is, Jason, you have a unique fandom that they come on out year after year. And the reason is because, again, you're not there in various cities, whether it's Peru, Ecuador, Brazil, whether it's, you know, Hawaii, whether it's, you know, St. Louis, whether it's New York. You're not there for 3 days. You're a part of these people's lives throughout the year. Yeah. And I do think that is something that sets you apart from the rest of the Rangers. Yeah. And that's not a knock on any of them whatsoever. Yeah. It's you're the gold standard, or the white standard, or the green standard, whatever standard that you want to call it. That's the standard to be. And sign me up for any event that you do. I will hop on a flight. I'll ride a pony. I'll jump on a pony to be at an event with JDF.
I might just do it and watch you ride a pony.
Yeah, right on.
No, I think you look great. First of all, every time I see you, look great, and I'd love to work with you. I think you're, you know, when I put people strategically in things, like my instructors, that my online training is going now. We probably literally have class going on. I put people in the roles that they need to fit. You know, there's a lot of good volunteers out there that want to move to the next spot, but you're definitely at that level where, you know, you can have people underneath you. So I wouldn't definitely just have you as a volunteer. I'd probably for sure do something with you. And I appreciate you're always so great, even through the Power Morphicon Express. You always have a helping hand. And I think that's what life and success. I have a lot of people in life that are successful. And I think the successful people are very sharing, giving, and they're not afraid to share their secrets. I used to teach people how to run successful martial arts schools literally down the road from me. And people would say, why would you do that? It's because people aren't me. Like you can get a plan of a recipe and do it, but when you're yourself, like you know, you add in a certain flavor to it. And I know what you're talking about, you know, being a ranger and being this same thing. I got a ton of promoters that are probably gonna hit me up and be like, hey, you know, you were on there. And this is Jimmy J, by the way, owner of Amazing Comic Con. But I appreciate your friendship, man. Beyond all this other stuff, and on the end of the day, right now, the whole world is stuck, and we're still here, and you're here, you know, trying to pump up and motivate other people and getting away from this mental spot that everyone is. That's why I posted mental prison. It happened to be a perfect time because right now is the time where people will start testing themselves. And that's what I mean. A test of, you know, a test of faith, a test of being tough, whatever you want to call it, is a test. And that's what we got to get through. And everybody is looking forward to doing a Comic-Con. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to doing your show. I'm always there. Honestly, if I'm always available, I'm still here. I'm always at your shows, man.
No, absolutely. And you know what? It's that what you do, and when you share of yourself, that you give people a sense of normalcy and that this is a consistency. And I think that you do that. No, it's not Brian Posehn. Somebody saying that. I do have a beard and I'm dirty like him, but I'm not Brian Posehn. But hey, check this out. What I do think is important is that you give of yourself and you show your sides of yourself. So it's not just a persona. It's not just like being on or being on for a certain amount of time or showing just one aspect. And I think that you are very welcome and you show the totality of who you are. And I think that is great. You do it online, you do it live and in person. And I do think that is in crazy, trying times, this is what you're going to give back. And this is a great community. A lot of people jumping in here on the Instagram Live. And, you know, it's fun to take, you know, 2 minutes out. And it's fun to take, you know, a couple minutes out, just break from everything else that's going on outside. And, you know, it's sharing this time with you. And that is something that I'm sure all your friends are very thankful for. I'm thankful for it. Wow. So, Jason, you do a badass job. I do appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah. And, you know, I got nothing but great, you know, nothing but respect for what you do.
Thank you, Jimmy. And we'll go in just a second. I'll give people a chance where to follow you, but it just popped in my head that I appreciate your leadership. I guess what I'm looking for in life is that we have leaders, we have people that belong under leaders, and it's a triangle. So I definitely feel that you have that leadership to inspire other people. Never the type of leader that thinks they're bigger and better than other people. And, you know, your leadership is important. And that's why I think, you know, when I tell people yell and fire and this is sometimes leadership, we got to take a deep breath and we know what we're into. But like I tell, there's no sense to yell fire every minute. I think we'll get through it. I think your Comic-Con is going to be double, triple. If not, people are really going to appreciate like what everyone does in life. We appreciate the whole, this never happened. We appreciate the Comic-Cons. I know people are out there like, when's it coming to Comic-Con? Because it's such a relaxing environment where you can like be a kid again. So right now we have nothing but responsibility that goes on now, but we can still unleash that inner geek, sort of say, or to come and relax a little bit. And that's what I appreciate you coming for. Where can people follow you before we leave?
Okay, real simple. Okay, it is I'm at Amazing Comic Con, and that's all the words spelled out. No funky spellings, anything like that. Amazing Comic Con at. And then that is, you're going to follow me on Instagram there and Twitter there. So at Amazing Comic Con. And then the retail side, because I also sell comic books. That was my background. From there, we got into promoting events. It's at Amazing J Brothers. Amazing J Brothers. So, I'm just stoked that we get to, and you know, it's been a month since I've seen you out in. But you know what is I appreciate all the postings and all the great stuff that you and Nicole put together for. We're stoked. We love you, Jason, and anything that involved in that's the same project as you, just let us, as I said, whether it's a pony or a or a pogo stick, I'll jump on it to be there.
Well, I appreciate it, Jimmy. All right, well, we'll look forward to you. I'm gonna let you go now and do a little Instagrams. You know, I tell all my friends after this, we're definitely going to text each other, because even when we don't, when I say we do, we are. I'm going to text you and say, what an amazing job. What an awesome job. Love to do it again. This is going to be, after this content will be uploaded to my YouTube at the JDFFFN. So sometimes people miss the program and go to the YouTube. And listen, I'm just here to create positive content. Like I tell people, I don't get paid for this. We're just taking our time out of our day to show the passion. And I think, like, if you have the passion, profit will come later. So the people I have on here, I have a list of people, but I have a lot of businessmen and actors and promoters like yourself. So we appreciate you. If you want to follow Jimmy at the Amazing Comic Con or the Amazing J Brothers, which you sell comics on that, is that it? The Amazing J
Correct.
Brothers?
At least give you a heads up of where we're going to be selling those comics.
Perfect. All right, Jimmy. Well, thank you so much. I'll be sending you a text later. I'm going to let you go now and talk to a little bit, and then I'll text you later and say what a great job you did.
Sounds great, Jason. You have a good one.
All right, Jimmy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bud. You see, it's, oh, Lord, my phone is broken. You know how that is. All right, everyone. Well, that was Jimmy J with the Amazing Comic Con. I like to mix it up a bit. I thought that was fun. Talking to a promoter who has successful shows, not only just success, but people are passionate about it. Amazing Comic Con. Look forward to seeing you there. So we gave some giveaways out. Tomorrow, Lord, that's Friday. I got everyone from Sean and Chris and Dragon Ball Z and Son of Anarchies and e-commerce businessman coming in on Sunday to teach you all that stuff. I have a lineup every day, consistent, 7 p.m. Central Time. There'll be a new guest. Tomorrow, we have Bat in the Sun in the house. Bat in the Sun, we're going to talk a little bit about our projects. Also, talk a little bit, I don't want to drop it, a little bit about the legend of the White Dragon. We're going to be here. The Kickstarter we had just postponed just because out of courtesy, but so many people are asking about it already. But we're going to talk a little bit about the legend of the White Dragon. And then we'll talk and continue tomorrow. So we're going to make sure that we give these giveaways out. I tell everyone on the JDF IG live show that we have 86,400 seconds a day. And I appreciate you guys allowing us, Jimmy J, thank you for Amazing Comic Con, allowing us to take some time up. So you can follow Amazing Comic Con and Amazing J Brothers to get your updates on your comics and all that stuff. Jimmy, thank you. Everyone, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be posting too, but I'll see you tomorrow with Bat in the Sun. The creators of Bat in the Sun are going to be here. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. We thank you. We love you. And God bless America.